At ease, brothers. I've got answers, brothers. I've got an answer to a question I've had for years, man. For years, man, I've always wondered why it is that sometimes people in my life, man, just all of a sudden, boom, we just go separate ways. No final communication, no text, XYZ took place. Just one day I'm cool with somebody and the next day I'm not. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about I'm talking about men. I'm talking about everybody. It's to the point now, man, where if I'm with somebody or chopping with somebody or hanging with somebody, I have to assume that this may be the last time I'm going to talk to them. Because for some reason, man, people will just, boom, go separate ways. And not one single time in life has there been a conversation where that person has said, hey, soul, you did XYZ and I feel some kind of way. Not one single time. And about a year and a half ago, man, me and a partner of mine, a very close partner of mine, was having a conversation. And I said, bro, if you ever see anything in me that makes you, that rubs you the wrong way, tell me, man, because we were having the same conversation. I said, tell me what it is. He said, man, on God, I'll tell you so. This brother one day, boom, just vanished. I mean, ghosted me like stood me up like a chick on some shit, man, right? And I know a lot of y'all are dealing with that same thing, man, where it's like, bro, what is it about me that people just dip? Like, I try to show everybody love, right? Anyway, shout out to Kim, man. If y'all know Kim, she's my assistant. If y'all were in Chicago a few weeks ago, man, we were all in the back cutting up, man. Kim was back there cutting up. Brothers in the Power Circle know Kim. She does my billing. She does a lot of other things for me. She's like my lung, man, like my little niece, right? Little badass niece, right? Anyway, Kim came in a number of weeks ago, and she was helping me with some taxes and some other things. And we were having this conversation. She was asking me about a partner. I said, yeah, man, bro, we don't chop no more, man. She was like, what? And we kind of just started talking about relationships. I'm talking about stuff that happened in the past and all this stuff. Long story short, Kim flies back to Chicago, man. I said, hey, let me know you made it to the crib safe, right? Didn't hear from her all day, right? And I'm like, dang, what's going on? Like, that ain't. Anyway, I get a text from Kim. It had to be about 1:45, 2 o'clock in the morning. And she said, I know why motherfuckers don't like you. And I'm responding like all caps, like, why? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And before she could even respond back, I said, video chat me. I said, video chat me, because this is what I've been wanting to know for the longest time, right? And she calls, man, and she says, people don't like you because of who you are. She said, it's nothing you're doing. And I said, well, that makes sense, because anybody that's left my life, and I know some of y'all can relate to this, bro. I said, anybody that's just left my life, nobody ever says, so you did this right here. She said, it's not what you do, it's who you are. She said, your light casts demons, or your light casts, your energy casts light on people's demons, or something like that. She said, right? And she said, one thing I noticed about you is, and she said it made her feel some kind of way. She said, you're very content. She said a whole list of things, man. I try to remember it. She said one thing is you're very content, which means like you're happy with yourself. You're happy with, your income. You're happy with your height, your weight, your life. You're happy with yourself. You're just happy with life. Like you have no problems. And she said that makes people feel uncomfortable if they aren't secure in themselves. Like if a person is, insecure about their weight or or whatever people are insecure about. Mainly people that I'm assuming that are in competition with everybody else or in competition with the world. She said, you make those people angry. Anybody that feels some kind of way about their life, they're not content, they'll damn near get pissed off at you just because you're happy. And I'm like, man, to me, that don't make sense. But the way she broke it down, I said, you know what? I can get that. Like, I have no complaints in life. Of course, I want to strive and be better, but I'm content. She said that contentness, it bothers people. It bothers people when you found a level of happiness that a lot of people desire, that they crave, but they don't know how to tap into it. Strictly because they feel some kind of way about maybe the way they look, maybe their knowledge about a certain thing. It pisses people off. And my thing is, I can't control that. I can't control that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I don't understand why a person, I believe it comes down to this. I believe it comes down to a person wanting to compete with the world, or a person wanting to impress the world, or a person that wants to be a certain way or have a certain thing to put themselves on a pedestal above somebody else. Like those things do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing somebody that makes a certain kind of money, or a person that's 6'12" and 6, like that stuff does nothing to me. All these superficial ranking systems people have, I believe that's why people aren't happy. And she said it pisses people off. It pisses people off. Another thing she said is this, and this is the part she had a problem with. This is the part she had. This is the reason she said she didn't text me and let me know she was home. She said, and I said this before. She said, being around you for so many days, it makes me feel like shit that I'm not growing. I've been telling her to start a YouTube channel for I don't know how long. She'll get on TikTok and do little things. I'm like, now that you're putting on TikTok, you need to be on YouTube. You need to have an online business. You need to be having XYZ. You need to be having community. You need to be doing this. And I give her the whole game. And she can see the whole play. But she says, you know what? You make me feel like shit for not growing. And I told her the same thing I said on a video the other day. Like, I don't know how to not do that, because I don't like, for example, like, I don't know how not to grow. And when it comes to shining light on those demons, I get it. Because one thing I look for in life is I like to be in rooms with people that shine their light on those parts of my demons. Like, if there's anything inside of me that's not promoting growth, or not promoting getting healthier, or not promoting going toward more money, or whatever it is, I want to feel uncomfortable in rooms so I can see that part in me. So since I'm always striving to get better, right, then that's just the way I am. And again, it's not nothing I'm saying, but I don't like having, I'm gonna say this. I don't like having any kind of conversation that doesn't promote growth. And to be honest, man, that makes a lot of sense on why some of my relationships, and I'm talking about all my relationships, over the last decade, right, have done a certain thing. Because I understand now, man. I understand now that for me to be in a relationship, a woman has to be on the other side of awakening. Like, she has to be on the other side of awakening, or she's going to feel very uncomfortable. She's going to feel very uncomfortable for a number of reasons now that I think about it. Not only am I going to be promoting growth in her as I'm growing myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be moving it's like this. And I've had a woman or two tell me this. Not only am I promoting growth in her, and if she's not in position where she's trying to elevate, like if she's a sorry ass, or she's just content with where she is and never wants to grow, she's going to feel very uncomfortable in a very short amount of time. If I'm trying to get her to do a certain thing, I was like, hey, you know what? Quit your job. Let's build you a business instead. She's going to feel some kind of way. Like a woman is going to feel some kind of, I was watching, and I'll leave a link, man. What's his brother's name? I was just watching that video earlier. There was a brother, he was making a video, brother named Trinius Henderson. And I'm subscribed to this brother, man, but I only see one of his videos like once every blue moon. And he had one kind of talking about the same thing, man. And he was mentioning when he's in a relationship with women. And he said, man, it's weird, man, because chicks feel some kind of way because, like, I don't need a chick. Like, he said, man, I can cook, I can clean, I can do XYZ, and women feel some kind of way about me being sufficient on my own. So, man, I understand now that if I'm going to entertain a woman, she has to be on the other side of awakening, and she's moving in that energy. Oh, bro, she's going to feel funny. She's gonna feel, it's gonna get to the point where she's gonna be pissed off at me. She's gonna damn near hate me for being me. And that hate is gonna stem into other things. It's gonna stem into maybe cheating, maybe some whatever, you know. But growth, man. I understand now, man, that even men that come around me, it's like if you aren't trying to grow, and I'm not saying everybody should grow, but if you're in my energy, that's all we're gonna talk about. That's all we're gonna talk about. And I'm hoping you're shedding light on me, on how I can grow, how you can point out some of my weaknesses or whatever. And I'm doing the same. Iron sharpening iron. Like, I don't know anything else. And I understand that if a person is in a stagnant energy, I understand now that if a person doesn't feel good about their life, they're probably going to hate me in a very short amount of time. And it's not nothing I'm saying to people, because trust me, man, I give nothing but love. Nothing but love. Anybody on the world, anybody on God's green earth, if they have static with me, man, I dare anybody to go live with me and put me on blast. Nobody can say Soul done shit. Nobody can say I've done anything. People talk about me. People go out and say all kind of stuff, but they say it behind my back. I'm saying anybody want to go live face to face with Soul and let's talk about our issues. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll leave Kim's email in the chat. Email her, set it up. We'll go live. There's nobody that can say Soul has done shit. I'm telling you. I show nothing but love. Like, I'll literally give the shirt off my back. I'll literally give a stranger my last dollar. I'll literally let a stranger come stay in my extra bedroom. I'll literally give people the keys to my house and say, hey, if I'm out of town, you still got a place to stay when you're in Dallas. Nobody can say Soul has done shit, but my energy offends people. It offends people. And then the last thing she said was this, man, and I understand this part. She said, and I'm not sure how she said this, but in a nutshell, she was saying the fact that I'm factionless. People feel some kind of way about that. The fact that I'm factionless. The fact that there is no group in the world that I fit in. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm not a Blood or a Crip. I'm not a Christian, Muslim, Jew, whatever. I'm not none of those things. Like I'm independent in all areas of life. That offends people. I didn't know that offends people. Because it takes gonads to stand alone. Because the reason most people want to be associated with something is because of fear of being alone. The reason you want to be a Republican or a Christian or whatever your group is, and I'm not knocking it, be a part of your group, like do that. But the reason people want to be associated with it because it seems like there is safety in masses. It seems like there is safety when you put yourself with a whole group. Whereas like if something happens to the group, at least it's all of us, I roll solo. Like I always say, man, I report directly to the source. I stand alone in all areas. I don't want to be a part of anybody's factions. Anybody's. I don't want any titles on my name except I am. That's the only lane I roll in. And the fact that I move like that, it offends people. Like the fact, I'll say this, man. Like I've had people, let me say it like this. I've been in relationships where a person's family couldn't stand the fact that I really had no religion. When really I'm a part of all religions. I think a lot of people would prefer me. Say, for example, if I'm a Christian or Muslim. I think a lot of people would prefer me if I fit in one. Like, I don't know why people, like for example, if I'm talking to people and their family is Christian and and they talking about the blood and everything else, and I feel some kind of way, and I'm on YouTube talking that stuff, I'm speaking my truth, in the most tactful of ways. I think a lot of people would feel more comfortable if I was still a Muslim, or if I was Buddhist, or if I was XYZ. At least they will say, okay, we see you over there now. Okay, we don't agree with everything you're saying, but we see you over there with the other group. The fact that I stand alone offends people. It offends people. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the God that I trust. I don't know if it's the light that I exude. So all I'm saying is this, brothers. A lot of y'all have people in your life that you look up one day and boom, they're gone. And a lot of y'all have been dealing with this your whole life. Some of y'all can relate to this. Brothers you show love to your whole life. All of a sudden, boom, gone. It's not because nothing you're doing. It's not nothing you're saying. It's just because you are who you are, brothers. It's just that you are who you are, sisters. And all I say to that, man, is never dim your light for nobody. Never dim your light for anybody. But understand this too, man. Understand this. And maybe you need to put a disclaimer on your back. Let people know, man, like that's why I'm not really big on new friends. I'm not really big on new friends. I'm really not big on friends at all. I love associates. I love compadres. I love all that stuff. Like me and the brothers in a circle, man, like this. You know, we tight. But I understand now, man, that I can only get so close to people before I start fucking a relationship up. I understand now, man, that I can only get in a relationship with certain caliber of women. Like if she doesn't know herself, if she isn't happy with the way she looks, if she isn't happy with if she doesn't want to get with me and expand with me, if she wants to stay on ground zero or ground 2 or 3 where she's been, where mom and daddy taught her to stay right there, then we're gonna have problems. We're gonna have major problems. If a man comes in my life, man, and he don't want to elevate in some kind of way, because even if it isn't from me, we're going to be going and putting ourselves in rooms where we're both feeling uncomfortable so we both can grow. If a man doesn't want that kind of energy in his life, he don't want to be associated with soul. He don't want to be associated with soul. He's going to feel some kind of way, I promise. So all I'm saying is this, brothers. Understand that just you being who you are is casting light on people's demons. It's casting light on people's insecurities. It's making people feel some kind of way. But like I said, man, don't dim your light for anybody.